Hi guys, Brett here from Hearns Hobbies.
And Simon.
And joined by Simon Healy as we're going to undertake episode 3 of the mighty associated or the AE
B6.4D. D's for dirty.
D is for dirt buggy, isn't it?
Dirty.
And we are up to like step 7. So run through, Simon, with what we've done so far. Talk. In case you've missed episode 1 and 2, this is what you missed. I'll get the right page.
Really?
I'll try.
Okay.
Here we go.
So we started off. We've done all the front end.
Started off strong. Well,
we actually didn't have to take the arms off and put them on the other side.
No, we did well with this one.
Yep, and the hinge pins went in the right way.
It is actually, I've got to say this, it's my first ever AE in a long time.
So
and
you know,
it actually went together really good. It's quite a simplistic
So
kit.
my last AE was my gold pan.
Your toilet pan?
Yep, the gold pan.
Did that have a MKS 599 servo in it?
No, it had
1001.
JR.
They're
I've
just
still got
blasts
this.
from the
I've still
past.
got it too. Actually.
Yeah, you probably would. Yeah, you probably go for warranty on it as well, hey?
I'm looking for warranty.
So this is as far as we got. We got the front end on. We got shock towers.
All the steering. We chucked a servo in there just because we could. I think you've sold this already, haven't you?
That's right. This is pre-sold, this car.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Lucky guy's going to hit the track.
Wow.
599 servo. We put on the factory team. Is it the options that we call it, factory team?
I believe so. The vented slipper plates.
Yeah. Just because they look cool.
I just, when it spins up, it looks rad.
I believe this is going to be running in mod, this car. I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny. We've got 73 in the arms. That's pretty cool. I like that.
There's also a 75, I believe, as well.
Is
They
there?
do another arm, so you can actually run.
Probably on the carpet car.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. Probably to aid in the traction roll
Not
department.
I don't have the knowledge to actually go into depth detail on that, but anyway.
And I'm really impressed with little skid plates.
We've got to swap them around.
Really? Did you? What?
Because you put them on wrong.
Did I?
Yes.
Well,
so whilst you're...
let's get to it.
Let's just grab the 2mm and 7mm, please.
Oh, straight away put me under the pump.
Yep.
Is that right?
We'll quickly just fix this up.
7mm, commonly referred to as a wheel wrench, and a 2mm.
That one's dodgy. Where's the other one I used?
This one? Is that the one?
Yeah, see this one reaches? That one doesn't.
Well, you just gotta like
Dodgy tools.
push it out.
What do you expect?
Definitely not dodgy, just the operator, mate. A bad tradesman.
You try to fly with an eagle.
A tradesman blames his tools.
And you're just hanging around with sparrows.
Gobble gobble turkey.
Something like that.
Yeah?
Yep.
Did you put it in the right hole?
Who cares?
I think you didn't put it in the right hole.
Oh, no.
You've got to put it in hole number 2.
Number 2.
Which is second one from the innermost. Is that right?
Depends if you start from the inside or the outside.
Where do you start?
Wherever number 2 is. Number 1, number 2. Did you take my 7mm already?
Well, I'm just trying to keep it organised, mate. You can't... Don't know what kind of ramshackle operation you're trying to run here. Oh. So, what's been happening this week?
I've just been taking my meds, getting ready for this episode.
Good. Geared up, ready to go.
Yep. So it takes a lot out of me having, to sit next to you.
It does, doesn't it? It's usually an entertaining chat.
The mental energy
on Wednesday mornings
is just draining.
Jeez, you've been practicing that. You have been practicing that, mate.
Try to.
It's looking good. I reckon you've built one of these before. Oh, looks like you've built one of these before. Going together well. Alright, back to the instruction.
So what are we doing now? Rear hubs?
Bag 7, step number 1. Now we are looking at the rear hubs.
Yep.
And this has actually got roll center adjustment or axle height adjustment.
And they grab that one.
Yep, I'm grabbing it.
You notice they're offset?
They are offset.
So you've got a left and a right. So the hub's offset to actually put the axle more forward to give you more grip.
There you go.
So
or you could run it the other way around.
Geez, you're difficult.
No?
But it's got L on it for loser. That's yours. Give me the right
got R
one.
on it for Ricky. It looks a bit like Mickey Mouse, this one.
Yeah.
With his ears.
Alright, so what insert are we putting in?
The instruction says 2mm up.
Down. Look at the instruction book, please.
2mm
Down.
down. Alright, down. We'll say down.
Who's setting this car up? To go what, do, where, how?
This is just the kit setup. The pilot can change it as he sees fit.
So 2
With the little notch.
with the Duva down.
Duva down.
Duva down.
So why did you give me number 1?
I'm not even going to answer that.
You're not even going to entertain the idea that you gave me the wrong part or did something incorrect. Do you want some nippers?
I want some bearings. What have you done with the bearings, mate?
Have you lost them?
Nah, just got to look in the dungeon bag over here.
Don't tell me Nan's got into the bag again.
Oh, look at that.
Right.
Found them. Well,
What do you like most about these plastics?
what kind of question's that?
It's a good question.
It sounds a bit dodgy to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
I like the glass content. It's quite nice.
What
Rubber sealed bearings. Factory.
What, glass
From OEM.
glass half full? A bit like you.
A glass and a half, just like the chocolate you had. Yeah, just be sensible, Simon.
How can I be sensible?
I don't know. Well,
We've got parts here we don't
I've
even
got
know.
you. I've got you building an AE, so that's something. No, that's something a bit special.
You're a bit special.
Yeah. I had one bearing, and I've utilised it.
So where's the other bearing? There it is, right there.
Can I have that one?
Yep. So we just popped the bearings in the hub. So
This one's semi-rubber sealed.
So these particular ones, yes, they got the steel shield on the back and they got the rubber seal. I always put the rubber seal to the outside to protect the bearings as much as possible.
Yep.
Don't have the steel shield outwards because then all the dust and grit and stuff will get past the steel shield way easier than it would the rubber shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you're cleaning it, would you clean it from the rubber side or the steel side? Take the rubber
Clean.
off.
What do you mean clean?
You know, when you're cleaning all your bearings. Like
You mean when you put new ones in?
The top technician. What do you mean?
I don't clean bearings, mate.
Of course you do.
I don't.
You got to get the most out of it.
No, just put new ones in.
No.
Yes.
That's not how you do it.
Well, clearly you didn't get the memo.
No memo. What's happened here? I'm taking control. Something is going to get lost. Oh, drive shafts. What can you tell me about these drive shafts?
CVDs. Constant velocity drive.
Constant velocity drive. Hinge pin. That is very unique.
I like the hinge pins, actually,
I'm
because they got the 2mm insert for the driver.
Yep. So you don't need to faff around with different tools.
That's right, and they fit perfect, and when you do the nut up, you see that the
Got a shoulder.
shoulder passes the plastic, so you can do it up tight and doesn't alter.
Doesn't bind and alter.
Very good, like that.
You like that a
Yeah,
lot.
I do like that.
What can you tell me about the drive shaft? The outer, the stub.
It's captive.
It's captive.
Yep. Do you know what that is?
Captive
It's a
stub.
bit like your mental state.
Yeah. Captivated.
No,
So this goes into the bearing.
it's like a prisoner. Captive.
So that goes into the bearing. Is that right?
Yes, so the pins are held into the actual CVD
By the bearing.
the actual bearing, and the bearing is a 10 by 15.
Did Yokomo have that too?
No,
Oh, doesn't it?
they don't have captive.
Oh.
I like the HB does though.
Yep.
The HB has captive. So there's a drum roll for you.
A drum roll.
For
Do we need some lube?
yes, you do need some lube.
Need some lube. White lube. This is where things get messy. When you get the lube out,
You and the white gunk. What is it? Oh,
every time that
oh, you've just sunk it into the abyss now. Oh my god. There's another one in there for you.
did you really do that?
Yep.
Why would you do that?
Oh,
Oh,
drop that in there as well.
You are a nightmare, Mr. Healy.
Well, you got to lube up, and I'm sure you're well accustomed to that.
I just don't know the maturity level. This is what I usually do. I give the bone a little spin.
We just skip this part.
Did you see that?
No, we're just going to skip this part because it's
What do
just
you mean?
total nonsense.
nonsensical, and then I press that. Oh, then you get the it's like packing it with
Snot.
lube.
Where's the 1.5, please?
Right here.
Thank you.
Got 1.5 written on it in case you ever need to find it.
Well, you were holding him over that side.
Well, I didn't want you to drop it in the grease. Seemingly, that's a theme for the night. No?
You're a greaser.
Grease monkey.
Yeah. I was just putting the little 1.5 cap screws in the hexes, getting it ready to slip on the drive shafts when someone finally gets
Gets my way.
Can you show the people what you're doing?
So,
It's rather than hiding in the corner like some rodent.
and then I'm just going to wipe off the excess.
Yes. You give me that one. You take that one. So you can see he's made a mess, filled it up with that white gunky stuff that's going to go everywhere, and then it's going to fill up in dirt, and then it's just going to be like a pasty blend of paste.
Toothpaste.
Cutting paste. So anyway,
That's how you lube a drive shaft,
but
mate.
the hub captive means when we put that in,
Captivated.
it goes all the way in,
Holden Captiva.
and the bearing stops the pin coming out, which keeps the CVD together. Alrighty. Next is we grab a pin, pop it through the hole in the drive shaft. You're making a mess again.
No, I'm trying not to.
And
It's
then
much easier without you just dropping things willy-nilly in the
we'll slip the hex on,
hex attack.
and we'll just nip that up. Not too tight because you don't want to strip it.
You don't want to break it. I'll be the judge of that.
What side have you got, left or right?
Right.
Really? Have you got the right side?
Right, said Fred.
You've got the right or the left side?
Right.
Right, left.
Roger.
Okay. 10-4.
Rubber ducky. Ooh. That is a good feeling drive unit. Yeah, adds strength.
I way prefer captive type drive shafts. They're neater. It also brings
Less parts.
it also brings the actual hinge part of the CVD closer to in line with the hinge pin.
And the bearings further apart so it's stronger across the
Yeah,
hub.
yeah. So there's many factors why that is better. So when you have a CVD with the bell hanging out on its own, it kind of almost can fight the suspension to a point. So
Well, the closer that the pivot point of the drive unit is to the pivot point of the suspension, surely the better.
you would think so.
Do you know what I mean?
We just pop that on there, out of the
Oh,
way.
got
So
scared.
what's next?
What's next? We're going to have to put some little arms on top of the hubbaroos.
Ah, so there's one for you.
One for me.
What size bolts do you need?
We need some bolts.
I reckon you need 2 of those.
We need
I'll-
2 of those. We need some thread lock. Where's Fred?
Not in aluminium, mate.
Not in aluminium,
No,
but it goes through plastic. And we've got some ball stud washers.
but you're
below.
locking it into aluminium.
Aluminum. Some would
Aluminum.
say. Can I have a
So
1.5 mil spacer? This one, the 1.5 mil, not
Ah.
driver. We need the spacer. Not sure if you.
that looks like 1 mil to me. Is you saying it's 1.5?
No, 1.
Oh my god.
5
Where did
0.5.
1.5 come from?
could come from anywhere.
How many do you need? 2?
2, please. 1 behind each screw.
Behind the screw or in between the screw?
In between the screw. So you want to put the head of the screw on. Yeah? Then put the washer. You
got-
might find this a little bit alien doing something right the first time, but just
okay, cool.
follow the diagram.
Yep, no worries. I'm following. Where am I going with it?
Oh, it's beautifully sort of keyed in the top, isn't it? So you can only go on one way,
Is it?
unless you put it on backwards. Did I put it on backwards?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was really hoping I did, just to really upset you.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It would bring you much joy.
Have you got it on the right way? Because you know it's got that machined kind of curve in it.
Yeah, I filed it down a bit, so it's okay. I filed down both sides, so
Because it's plastic, the
Plastic?
screws will pull up tight in the plastic, which means you should not need Loctite. Okay. But you do whatever you please on your own car. Because when you leave Loctite for a long time, you never get it out.
Yeah, but it's done its job. You don't need to change it.
Yeah, but what if these are tuning parts, mate?
Why? I'm not tuning anything. I don't like
Guess
seafood.
what? They're the wrong ball studs.
Yeah, you got to use the right ones.
Got to use the short ones. Why do you need the short ones?
Heavy duty short shorts, 6 mil.
Why do you need the short ones?
Otherwise, it'll foul on.
It locks. It goes into the plastic.
Yeah, it fouls on the plastic.
Goes through, and then it. You're going to put the spacer on it, mate? How about you put the spacer on it?
Can I have the spacer?
God, it's hard work.
No, but it's pretty with the blue, isn't it? These blue bearings and these blue spacers and this blue.
You know what?
I'm feeling blue.
The B-Max used to be blue. Did you know that? B-Max was an awesome car.
Back in your heyday.
Particularly the four-wheel drive.
Gotta have a taste of this.
What a weapon that thing was.
It's a cup of awesomeness coming out again. Are you going to put this hub on?
No, I'm just doing mine.
Have you got the hinge pin?
Yeah, I've got the hinge pin.
Release the pin.
Pull the pin.
And the spacers. Now, which way are we going with wheelbase?
We're going with kit, spacer each side.
Spacer each side.
So we put the spacer each side, we've put the pin through, the nut.
Next, you'll be asking me for 5.5 mil.
Yep, the nut at the back.
Yep.
Okay. In my particular case, I've got the nut on the side. So...
Flattery will get you everywhere. Mr. Healy?
Look at that, that's done up tight and that spins.
It's good, isn't it?
I do like that actually. That means, regardless of whoever have thought of it, that's good engineering.
And that means that even with you driving, that it wouldn't come loose.
Oh, look at that. It works.
It does.
It turns.
It does act as a transmission of drive.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
From one point.
Transmission of something.
That one? You can only have one bit at a time. Now be careful when you're putting these spacers on. Make sure you put one in front, one behind.
No, on one side I'm going 2 on one end, and now look what you made me do.
No, I wouldn't go dropping it.
You've lost my concentration because you're dribble.
It could be the sugar.
Not enough.
I'm feeling a bit like that. I could fall off. I could fall off this stall at any time.
Well, don't let me stop you. Okay, hurry up. Get it done.
It's on camera. Oh. Lucky you've got those glasses on.
I know. They're special glasses too.
Are they?
You know why? They blank out what's next to me.
Aren't they called blinkers? Oh, we're doing turnbuckles, doing turnbuckles.
No. Well, how about the ball studs? Inboard.
Inboard.
Did we miss that part? Can you just reverse a little bit and look in the camber link?
It's on the outer hole.
It's on the outer hole, is it?
Yeah.
And of the 3 holes. So
outer hole, shortest link on the rear.
So we obviously must have got sidetracked, and that was probably due to dealing with.
It was probably you waffling on.
Probably simple fact was I was having to deal with your garbage, and we missed it. So my bad.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
I forgive you. You've left a gear out of the transmission.
No.
What do you mean, no?
That's the steering wheel for the transmitter. That's what you hang on to.
Ah, right. These have a 4-gear option or something.
No. That's for the lay back transmission. This is the carpet. This is the lay down.
Oh, right.
For maximum high grip traction.
Maximum high grip.
Yeah.
We're gonna play with it on the carpet. Jeez, you're a bit. Just cut it off, mate. You're just leaving dags everywhere. It's daggier than that jumper you're wearing.
Nothing wrong with my jumper, mate. I've only had it for 29 years.
Seen some work.
Yep.
Paid its wage.
That's right.
Pulled its weight.
That's
unlike
right.
some people in this room.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you like most about Associated B6.4D so far?
I like the hinge pins.
I'm enjoying the rear hub and the hinge pin.
I like the captive drive shafts.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Yeah, what do you like most about it so far?
Oh, I like the hinge pins.
Yep.
And I like the captive drive shafts.
Yeah, you like a captive drive shaft.
Yeah, I really do.
Alright, get me some turnbuckles.
I like the fitment of this little the electronics plate.
I don't.
Fits in there very snug.
I just don't like it.
Okay. I would have one criticism. I think the blue's too.
Well, you're just not used to it.
I reckon it would look good if the blue was a bit darker. Okay. Can I get some darker blue?
Fashion advice with Simon.
Yeah.
That bug is too blue.
Yep.
God damn.
Yep. No.
Hot diggity.
It just needs a bit more blue.
Got any blacker?
Oh yeah.
I like the servo ring, servo horn ring. Not that we'll probably keep that servo horn on there anyway. I like the fact that I've had the forethought to put on
to stop it spreading if you have a bit of an impact.
Most people will put an alloy on there anyway, I imagine.
The other thing too is these foamy pads are already cut perfect. The Yokomo ones, you actually got to cut them. They give you these extra long ones.
Got to cut them down.
It's a pain in the rectal.
I do not use them.
But these just drop straight in.
I use the packing from a motor.
Now,
let's get this kit out of the way. Let's give us some room.
Do you know what else I think is cool?
Give me the instructions.
You know what's really cool? For not so much the car, but this is like future thought, I think. Your turnbuckles, the whole 6 of them are 50 mil, I believe. So you only need to buy one length turnbuckle for a spare.
We'll call this one 48.
What do you mean? Oh no, sorry, they're all 48s.
We'll call this one 48. We'll call this one 48.
So you only need 48mm turnbuckles.
So let's see if you can build it properly first time. Last time we had problems, didn't we? With the steering ones? Weren't they facing the wrong way? Or
no, you had problems.
Well, the Yokomo doesn't use these crooked plastic ones anymore.
Tell you what.
I think that this is old geometry.
I'll just help you out here and I'll do the steering ones.
I think that this is old geometry.
Have we got a
Yep. What?
Just going to grab these.
That's okay, I didn't need my fingers working.
It's alright. Just as long as you stay out of the way.
Now you're putting the left thread on the right thread, aren't you?
Right. You don't need grease on these.
I'm not. I'm just putting a little bit of mineral shock fluid.
You don't need mineral shock fluid either.
Oh. Why? They're not very tight, are they?
No.
You're right.
I just told you that.
They're not very tight at all.
Maybe next time you can listen to me.
That'd be a first.
Definitely.
Why is one side going backwards? This is weird. No, I know the answer to that.
Sure you do.
It's called reverse Fred. Not even reverse Fred.
Who's Fred?
It's just left Fred. Left Fred, right Fred.
Who's Fred?
He's the man that puts the little zigzags on the turnbuckles.
So I just use my shock pliers, hold the turnbuckle, start it, put the driver through, then just wind it on.
Wind it on?
Yep.
You know, some people it's the least favourite part of the kit.
I actually don't mind the turnbuckles.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've heard you carry on about them before.
Only when you're
do
around.
that, when you do the 8 scale ones, it's a bit more full on.
Some of them are really tough to do though. Like some of them are that hard.
They're tighter than Toygas.
Yep. It's almost like you've got to put them in the microwave and just give them a little bit of a tune-up.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Maybe we could try it. Soften the plastic.
Some hot water?
Boil them up with your cabbage. Oh, Nan's cabbage.
Oh, Nan's cabbage. Doesn't it smell good? Full boil.
Yeah. She was cooking cabbage the other day, actually.
Was she?
Yep.
She's at her finest when she's cooking cabbage?
Yep. She wasn't watching what was going on.
Smells like you've been cooking cabbage too in the toilet sometimes.
Don't you worry about that.
All this mutant-free bloody, I don't know. 24.2 they reckon for the rear. What one's that?
Oh, I don't know, I'm just like smashing them out here because you're dragging the chain again. Every time we do one of these, you just start, then you just walk away. Like you throw your hands in the air and you're just done.
Just have a little bit of a fit. That one needs to get smaller.
How much smaller? How many millimetres?
2.
2 mil?
2 mil.
On which side?
Both of them. This one's really 27.
So both of them 2 millimetres?
Yeah. Which one have we done? Oh!
I thought
Ray, will you get that?
leave him out of it, for God's sake. What did he do
What
to
are you
you?
doing down here, right? Thought I saw him.
That was Santa.
Was it?
Yeah.
Good time of year for it.
Yeah. How's that one?
2 millimetres less, please. This one's about 1.5. Means make it smaller.
We're going to do it on the car.
Are we?
Yeah.
Alright.
You know why?
4.
Because you'll never be satisfied.
Alright. You know that I'm hard to please, right?
You're just difficult. Even Nan says it.
Well, she wouldn't know.
She does. She asks you to do the dishes and you just behave like an utter turd.
Child. Are you going to snap them on, or do you want me to snap them on?
Do you know how to snap them?
Well, I've seen you snap them on track.
Line to the
Oh,
line
put
to
the
the
steering
right.
one on the inside here. So you're putting the left line on the right side. You
How come this one's so long?
You made it long.
Where's,
Whoa, they're not very tight, are they?
where's the turnbuckle wrench? Did you bring one?
Are they the right side turnbuckles? They snap too easy for me.
Tell you what, you're going to snap.
Is this what we get given to work with?
Oh, I'm not working with that.
Yeah, this is the AE way, mate.
Get a proper one.
I can't be doing this. You
What?
can start the shocks while I trim these up. It's shocks next.
That's shocking.
How exciting. It feels almost like a complete buggy.
It's getting close. I'm just
really enjoy that shocks is the last stage.
I'm just snapping some stuff here.
They actually snap on really easy, which is a bit of a concern for me. I feel that I would pop them off again.
Okay, so you take the car and I'll take the manual.
Manuel,
Manuel.
these they go in a long way, which is, I really like that. Provides lots of strength.
Brett needs all the strength he can get.
How do you think I'd look driving this car?
Untidy.
I think the blue really brings out the blue in my eyes.
It just looks like mud to me.
Mud eyes.
Mud skipper.
Muddy Mud Skipper.
Yep.
From Ren and Stimpy.
Yep.
Why don't you watch when you're driving? What was the cheese grating dude? Remember he used
Does
to
it
get
really
all,
matter?
get all anxious and grate his ass. Would you remember the cheese grater?
Oh, where do you actually get off the bus?
Raymond J. Simpson. Still getting his calf implants. You'd have calf implants.
Wow.
No? Would have helped you kickstart your 500.
I've got nothing to add to it. Give me that back here.
What?
I'm just going to unpack the shocks.
Could you? Just do something useful.
Yeah, just unpack the shocks here and in place and we'll
Are
just...
these new springs? They look a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe because the shocks are bigger? Duh, Fred.
Really?
Yeah. Look at this, gold shafts in the kit, mate. Woohoo!
That is a thing.
I'd buy it just for the gold shafts.
You do love a gold shaft.
So, nothing wrong
Like your
with
Faja.
nothing wrong with the gold shaft.
The Midas touch. Hey, everything you touch tends to gold.
Yep. That's it.
That grey's a bit ugly.
Moving on.
What?
Nothing.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. I'm just moving on.
Keep moving, buddy.
So we just we'll get rid of the shock caps because we don't need them yet. The spring retainers, sorry. We'll just unpack all the...
Let me unpack your luggage. Is that what's happening?
Yeah. So we'll sort out the O-rings. So when I unpack my shocks, I just sort out, because when you got loose O-rings, you tend to lose them.
Do you know what a really good trick that I picked up the other day was?
Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
Keeping them in the bag.
Wow. Now, who would have thought of that?
And greasing them in the bag.
Greasing what?
The O-rings.
Ah, why are you greasing your O-rings?
Oh, a bit of shock assembly lube. I'm a huge fan.
Alright.
I'll rebuild my shocks.
So I'm just going to
to lube up
pop
the
the
O-rings.
little O-rings on the bottom of the shocks. Very, very boring. You know, like,
What, the cartridge? You can take pride in your cartridge, mate.
just smash them on. Don't worry about anything else. Excuse-moi.
Yes.
Stop leaving your crap
Madam.
laying around. So because of I'll actually use the nippers now because it's the shock parts.
Oh, so you care about them more than the turnbuckles?
I just, yeah.
Why is
I
that?
care about the stuff I'm doing, not what you're doing. Okay? That's all there is to it, mate. It's that simple.
I'm a bit hurt.
Good. Well, you can just man up then. Deal with it.
Well, I just don't know that that's right.
Oh, whatever.
You know,
So we'll just trim off all these little doovers.
doovers.
There's lots of doovers here.
Duvet, isn't that what they call a doona? A duvet?
No, that's called a doona.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I did think that.
Yeah, no, it's just standard doona, mate. So if you're feeling a bit confused, that's alright, but just remember, doona.
Like a kebab.
Yep. It's exactly like a kebab, mate.
Doona kebab.
Yep. Alright, so you'll have eight of these with little steps on them.
What are we calling them?
And you'll have 4. They're called hat bushings, actually.
Hat bushings.
So you've got the actual bush, or the spacer, if you want to call it. That's the centre one.
Or the guide. Can I call it a guide?
No, it's not called a guide.
Can I have one?
So at the top... God. You are hard work.
Let's get it mucky.
What are you doing? Oh my God.
I'm not happy unless they...
So you got one that goes in first,
Yep.
which locates the step. The step locates into the aluminium.
And you don't lube that?
Is that simple? You don't lube that.
I didn't. I would just do it all as one, like a donut thing.
So we're just going to drop the X-rings.
Oh, it's buckled.
How did you manage that?
How does it not fit? Is that how AE run their ship? No, it's actually good that it goes into the alloy, isn't it? I like that.
Do you know that the X33s have that? The Yokomo shocks.
Do they?
Yes.
3.3s?
But the X30s don't.
I was always a big fan of the X33s
You're a fan,
because
right?
I need a bit more girth in my shock shaft.
So we just pop the X-ring in, then the bush or the centre bushing. Wipe your hands on your clothes because that's what they're there for.
What goes in the top of the bush?
Push the bush down.
Push the bush. Don't you just push it down with the top O-ring?
No.
Oh, there's more blue bits!
So mine has gone cockeyed.
Oh, it's probably because you didn't put it in right.
Probably. So I'm going to cheat and I'm going to put it in like this.
All at once. I
Yep.
wouldn't have thought of doing that.
And boom. Look at that.
That's a good trick.
Simple.
Simple, Simon. Simon says,
Pop
do it
the
like
top
that.
one in.
What goes on the top?
You got the second O-ring in.
Yeah.
Then you put another hat the other way up.
That's got 2 hats.
Yep, it's a double hatter.
Mad Hatter's Party. So, I'll show you what I'm going to do something sneaky. I'm going to stack it all on the tool.
You are a tool.
Now when I do that, I always go backwards half a rotation until I hear it click,
What is that?
just to make sure that the thread is right.
You hear it go clickety click.
Click, click. And I'm not going to apply no preload on that whatsoever until the
Wow.
shock shaft goes in.
So we put the hat on that way.
Stack it up. That's right.
Hat on that way.
Hat on that way. O-ring.
O-ring. Then a bush.
Bush.
Then another O-ring. Can we get an extra constant and a valve?
I'm not incompetent.
You're something.
Right.
On the driver like that, and just insert into the shock. Pull it out. Done. It's that simple.
How simple is it? Why am I missing a hat
I don't know.
and a bush?
You're missing more than the hat and the bush, mate. That's apparent.
One in the bush is worth two in the tree.
Yeah. 4 in the hamper.
Ooh. I do like a good hamper.
While he's
Wahi? Who's that? Who's that Swahilan?
while him, that thing next to me,
He's lost it. Wahi.
is just being a tool, doing what he does well.
Thank you.
I just put the O-rings
I like
inside.
that my skills are getting recognised for once.
I'm just putting the O-rings inside the little insert in the actual in the spring adjuster.
Are you going to file in the spot?
No.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
Why?
Well, I'll treat it with some love and dignity.
It's not my car. I can't do
I
that.
know.
I haven't got permission from the owner. Alright?
It's all about you.
So, no, it's all about responsible ethics, which you have got
Again?
none.
See,
No.
did you hear it click then?
There's
Simon
another one.
says click. Do you know how many people that I have seen take multi-grips to their shock preload collars?
And just
Go all the way home
just smash them in.
because they thought it's meant to be tight. And if it was an on-road
You're talking
car,
the bottom one, or they're talking this one.
yeah, that one, the preload collar. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go backwards
Yep,
until I feel it click on the thread,
yep.
and then I start turning it on.
Fred is a good bloke.
I tell you what, he's not bad, is he?
We can-
There's your 2 O-rings for the top of your shocks.
Didn't you do them?
No, I done them inside your
Oh, the top, sorry.
the top.
Oh, I was about to get all emotional. I was going to say, you really don't love me. Look at this.
Look at what
How good it goes on. I actually really enjoyed these shocks.
you do.
They're a little bit...
So tell me,
I
Brett.
can feel the girth.
So tell me, Brett, what did you enjoy most about the shocks?
What did I enjoy most about the shocks? It actually went together really, really well.
Yep.
I really like that the bush goes through the collar of the body to make sure that there's no...
You mean like the same as most other shocks?
Yeah, I just really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed that there's another bush on top too. And it's the same as the inner bush.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
have all different parts.
So there's a 1.7. That's for the rear. And there's a 1.6. That one's for the front. So
How do
there's
you know? Have you read this already?
Yep. So there's a rear shock
Why are they
shaft
stepped?
because they're stepped.
Who's stepping?
Step it down.
1.6 on the rear?
Yeah, right. You are special, aren't you? So you see the washers?
Commonly-
1.5. What have you done with the 1.5 again?
Man,
So the 1.5. See the washers? They go on first, on the shaft first.
on the shaft first.
Yeah. So the nylon, if you have a bad crash and smash the shock or ram it, it doesn't blow the piston past the actual step on the shaft. Okay.
That's a valuable lesson.
Well,
I'm not sure that I like it.
what the lesson?
Mm.
It's only because you can't
Are you
comprehend
putting,
common sense.
Loctite on there?
Nope. Because once again, you got to get them out.
Well, who ever changes pistons?
Me?
I don't like the... Well, why'd you do that? Didn't you do it right first time?
You're a goose. That's all I've got to say.
Is it?
Yep, you're a goose.
It's one time. I don't like the way that the screw binds on top of the piston.
You don't.
Piston should rotate a little bit.
Freely.
I won't say freely, but
Like that. Like, no problems at all.
is it?
Yeah, like that you haven't even checked.
Well, I didn't know.
You just, you're a bit like insurance company. Too much assumption.
Assumption.
Yeah.
This gold as well. I mean, I know it is gold, but it's actually not super highly polished, is it? But it is gold. It is nitride.
But I do hear
yes,
they use the chrome shafts for
an extra.
For some reason. They like the chrome shafts.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably because the gold's like a bit...
Could be.
So and they all spin nicely?
No, only one. I think it depends on which way you put the actual washers on underneath. I reckon the washers, because they're pressed, will have a bit of a...
Because I like that.
Okay.
There's a little bit of float there, but I like it.
Just for the record, I'm going to just test that theory, okay?
Just do it. That's what we're here for. We're not here just to smash out a buggy. We're here to learn.
We've already smashed that. So we'll just pop that off. We're going to flip.
Flip the washer.
Yep, flip the washer.
Because ideally,
you would like it to spin.
You would like it to spin. No?
Yeah, yep, that's right. No.
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 So it probably just needs a little bit of blenishing. And it could just be a little bit wet and dry, yeah?
No, it just needs to be smashed in the car.
It will free up. I can promise you.
You can promise me.
But it also leads to the fact that if it is tight, that it can also undo itself. Are you happy that they're all tight?
Yep.
Because I don't want to hear it, this person, when...
Hey, it's not going to worry me, mate. You're the one that's going to get the feedback, not me.
I like that these shock ends are actually labelled with what they are.
Look at that. Feel that. It's a bit like Zohan.
Yeah. I felt better.
Geez, you're hard to please lately.
I am. Can you hear it? Zip, 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 zip.
Have you tightened up the bottom cap now that the shaft's in?
I have a little bit. I haven't gone all the way.
Why not?
Because I like to do it once the ball... Oh, jeez, you've locked it up. Lock it up, Eddie.
Yeah, you've got to lock it up. What if you forget?
You don't forget. I like to get them feeling all even.
They are all
What
right.
ends do we need? Give me an end.
So,
We need the +4s and the +2s.
now hang on. Slow down a bit.
Nah,
Alright, slow down a bit.
I'm going to get the ends on.
So, we've put the cartridges in. That's the X-rings and the bushes. Put the shafts in. Just clean that excess grease off, because that's just dirt attracting.
Dirt attracting.
So, on the...
Well, these are steel.
Yeah.
It's a bit chintzy.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it'd be nitride coated aluminium.
Aluminium wears out, mate. Geez, your hard work.
Nice springs.
So on the front, we want +2.
Oh, grey. Grey fronts.
Front, we want +2.
Front +2.
So you can do the fronts at +2,
Alright.
and the rears are +4.
Oh, that's a lot of droop. That is a lot of droop. Droopy droop. I'm tipping on the track we're running that we could probably change that, but I wouldn't know.
Really?
Yep.
Just going to pop the eyelets in. Just sit it in there, get me pliers, push it in, boom. Look at that.
Boom shanker.
Yep. Yeah, you use the pliers, mate. I'll wait. Okay? I'm in no hurry.
I wouldn't be either if I was you.
I'll just sit back and be patient and polite.
Now, why am I using these funny looking pliers? Why aren't you just picking up another pair of pliers and going for it?
I don't know. No, it's basically clamp the shock shaft. They're designed to clamp the shock shaft without actually damaging the shock
And
shaft.
they're an alloy.
And gouging them.
So
the front you want 20, the book's saying 21mm stroke shaft length.
yeah. I'm just removing all the thread as a start and then give you the shock pliers so I can stop the bloody buzzing in my ear.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
What did you say? 20...
You got some buzzing going on.
buzzards. 21 flat. Oh, I've got 22.
22 looks good to me. Any advances on 22?
22 on the spot.
Did you go right to the thread?
Yeah. So you're probably going to go to thread and then...
Measure that one, Chief. You like Chief Quimby.
Chief Quimby?
Yeah.
28 and a half.
27.5 is what the book says.
So you're a mill out.
Yeah, but you know
Double
what?
Short, a day late.
We're going to go with 28.5.
You're going to give it some more droops?
Yep.
Why?
Because they're going to land better.
They're not set up for big jumps at the minute anyway.
Yeah, well, it's like a 100
jumps.
foot triple.
Are you good with that? So we're going to go for a mill extra droop all around.
Yep, we're milling up.
Alright, just so it drives like a shopping trolley, yeah?
Yep.
Alright.
Shopping trolleys are good. Particularly in car parks.
That's good, it's going to help sell more Yokomos. I mean, what?
Wow.
What? What have I got here?
You got a bitty design piece of plastic.
See-through. Are we going with the kit oils?
What's the kit oil?
30 front and rear.
How about we run with that just to see what happens?
Yeah?
Yeah. And because we're tight and that's all we've got. What's that one?
That's the kit oil.
What's that one there?
That's the kit oil. Well, I assume kit oil.
So why didn't you open that one? You wanted to use up this one?
Why not?
Okay. I'm not going to argue. Just use up that one.
And I'll put it in my tea later.
Yep, you do that.
It's a really good diuretic.
You haven't even got the shock straight.
I haven't, but I'm just going to come along and fettle with it.
So,
Doesn't it go in the 8 scale side?
go up
That is...
and pull down once and wait for all the bubbles. Don't keep going up and down because you're only going to create more bubbles.
like champagne.
Yes. Go up. Come down once. And let it sit because there'll be lots and lots of bubbles.
Did you give it a little spin on the way down?
Oh, if you want to spin, you can spin.
Awful amount of stiction in there.
Oh, it's just horrible, isn't it?
Now, are these emulsion shocks?
No.
Oh, we got bladders.
They're aluminium shocks.
Okay, so let's get our preload, because I like to actually bleed it with the preload collars on. So I'm bleeding to the right. So there are different lengths in the kit.
There's 3 different lengths.
Why do you play around with these? Is it just for preloads?
-5. Which one's -5?
Where's -5?
No.
0, 5 and 9.
So this 5 is front, right? And rear is 0. Did you know
Really?
that? Yeah.
I did not know that.
So there's the front ones. You can have the front ones.
Front ones.
Yeah.
Alright, now can I please have the shock caps?
Oh, what do you want them for?
So I can
There's a
start
pair of
getting
shock caps?
I can start getting the thread.
What Fred?
The little thread.
Fred's got nothing to do with it. I've told you that before.
The little thread for the little screw. I don't like to seat the thread.
You mean you're going to do like a
I'm going to cut a thread in there.
you're going to do a practice run?
Yeah.
You're going to put some oil on it though,
Oh yeah, a little bit.
so it doesn't bind in the plastic.
I'm going to try.
So just put the screw on and just touch the top of this.
No, I'm going to dip it in the top of the shot.
Oh, you're an
I'm
animal.
going animalistic.
You're an animal. Is there another 1.5 by any chance?
Oh,
I believe
this
there
guy.
is. I believe there is.
I see. I'm going to do this like this. Going to drop the screw in the shock and scratch the new body. It's a good trick, that one.
Just leave it in there.
It's a takeaway. Now, does it go in flat?
Sideways.
It does. It goes in 90 degrees, doesn't it?
Yes. The Yokomo is 45.
Yeah. So I'm just getting it started, cutting a little thread.
I've already done one.
It's not a race, mate.
It is a race. Everything's a race. Time is of the essence.
You like to finish first.
First you must finish.
I just like getting there. I just like being part of it. I just like saying I was there at the time. I saw it happen.
Yeah.
No?
I was one of the special few.
I remember that day.
Yep. I have fond memories. Do you remember to put that on when you're bleeding?
Bleeding?
So,
Now, why are we putting that on?
so you don't bleed too much oil out.
You don't bleed too much oil out. Because there's no point bleeding excess oil out, is there? And again, we're going to go back half a skip. Let it locate. Going to do it up. Finger tight.
What are you talking about?
The cap.
It's too late, mate. Oh, mine's already on.
Yeah, but we're doing a video here where we're trying to instruct people.
You just put the cap on. They actually locate very easy. What are you waiting for? Something to happen?
I'm bleeding all that nicely. Holding it compressed.
What's more importantly
And
is when
doing
you
the screw
tighten that screw up, not to over tighten it.
No, you're
Like
supposed to
you
see
just
it.
did and strip it. Oh my God. Pop the spring on.
Hang on, I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you squish.
Just cleaning up the dags here. Whoop. Just
That
sliced
is-
my hand off.
That's alright, typical. Didn't need that one. I like that.
Feel that. You might even get half excited.
Too soft. Spring's too soft. What?
Ah, did you hear the click?
I did. I'm glad you did that for once. Just going.
Get your own driver, you maggot.
You're a bogan.
Well, you can't have all the tools on your side, for God's sake.
Try.
You're a workshop nightmare, you are.
Problem with these shocks is they don't fit in the. It's not quite a 10 scale shock, and it's not an 8 scale shock.
What do you mean? Doesn't fit in
The
what?
body in the stand nicely.
Oh, is that what all your problem is?
I'm a bit emotional about it.
They're 13mm shocks, they're the new big bores.
1/2 inch.
No, 13mm, mate. Okay.
I had a pinched O-ring there. There's something to be careful of.
Oh, did you,
If you pinch that-
did you overdo it?
If you pinch, no, it was obviously not seated right.
Oh. Clearly.
Compressing it, getting the oil out. A little bit of pressure on it with my finger while I'm doing the screw up. What have you lost now? Do the screw up, strip it, back half a turn.
Yep. That's the secret. When you strip something, back it off half a turn. Okay.
Now the beauty with these is they're probably a 2mm thread, are they? So once you strip them, you could probably put a 2.5mm.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yep, definitely.
And then once you do that, you put the 3mm in there.
And then once you do that,
Put
you
the
just
4mm.
use a 1/2 inch tapping screw with an impact gun.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. I'm going to put the stripy bit at the top.
You are.
Yeah.
I always put
I
the
want-
colour at the top.
I want people to see what I'm running.
Yeah,
I want to run up with
colour
pride.
at the top, mate.
I want to run up with pride. So here you go. I'm running grey and you can all see it.
Yeah.
It's undersprung. I'm calling it.
You're saying it's undersprung?
I'm saying it's undersprung.
I'm not. You didn't build that one very well, did you?
I built that one very well.
I heard it squeak.
Built it very well, mate.
Yeah, right, sure. It was fine until you touched it. So everything was okay until he touched it. Seriously?
It's an emulsion shock, mate. That's what they do.
An emotional shock.
And by the time it's at the track anyway, it's probably going to need to be bled. In all honesty. This time of year.
Definitely.
Let's screw them on.
Can I have the car? Can we get the car over this way, please?
Is it on a car stand or not? Or is it more awkward with a car stand?
It's more awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah. So we're going for the rear.
Just hold that, Ray.
Chuck that on there like that,
How come you put in the screw facing outwards?
so you can bleed it between races.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you get the 5.5mm, please? And
Don't trust anything that bleeds.
and just.
Yeah. Oh, you just wanted me to reach
God.
over.
You're an animal.
Why? Is there not a washer that goes on there?
Well, they're a flanged nut, like you, a flange head.
I can't feel it now that you've done that lower up. I suppose there's not going to be any preload on that, is there?
Where's the 1.5?
Do you know what you're doing?
Yep.
So you've done it up so all the thread is revealed, the nylon.
So when it's done up, I want the screw just to be proud of the thread.
That proud?
Just, yeah.
I wish my dad was proud of me like that. Just a bit proud?
Was he disappointed?
Probably.
There might be something in that.
Why wouldn't there be? Look what you've done with yourself, boy.
He just takes one look at you and he goes, "Wow,
That's cooked.
that's not worth trying again."
Oh, would you stop it?
The hell you must have put your mother through.
No, she's good. Good lass, my mum.
Lots of Valium.
Oh yeah, we use that like you know the.
On the Cocoa Pops in the morning, Valium.
Yeah. No, you just wouldn't. You'd use it like, you know, instead of the, what do they call the replacement sugar stuff? Comes in little tablets. You just put it in your coffee like that.
Oh, right. So, yeah. Looks like you're on point.
Looks like this car's coming to a close.
Yeah.
Should put some wheels on it.
We don't have any.
We got wheels.
Have we?
Big bright yellow ones.
Yellow. For the win.
Yellow?
For the win. None of that white stuff.
I want to get white ones and dye them.
Red? Yokomo used to run red. Remember the YZ10 with the red wheels?
Mm.
They were cool, weren't they? Well, a lot of guys didn't dye them enough and they ended up being pink.
Pinkies.
Flip it upside down. So which hole does it go through on the A-arm?
On the front.
Yeah. It looks like the outer hole.
And you hate outer holes.
I do.
You hate outer holes, and I don't know why. I haven't figured it out yet. Outer holes are the fast holes.
No, they're not.
Go middle hole here.
Got to remember, this is Australia, not American indoor tracks.
Yeah, but that's why the front of your buggy always collapses.
Says who?
Says me.
What would you know, mate?
Well,
You
not
drive
much.
a frog,
Sometimes I do.
and you talk about collapse.
Look at the collapse here.
Someone was running upside down shocks in America the other day on their car. Remember when Tasman done that? It was all the rage. Just leave it alone.
They're actually all even, which I'm surprised.
Yeah, right.
Waterfall bracket.
Oh,
Fan bracket.
Okay, where's the Duva for the waterfall? Oh, no, batteries. Battery bracket.
We're going to put a battery in it.
You can do the undoing of that.
Oh, this looks ugly.
Here's the waterfall.
Which is not going on.
Well, the thing is,
What? What's the thing?
I don't know what I've done with the eyelet that clips into it. I think I've lost it. We just won't say nothing about that. We'll just wing it.
Well,
All
what
right.
if the person who's buying this buggy wants it says no?
I will just send him a message saying that Brett lost it.
It's not like I have spares.
You'll find something. Trust me, you will. Why is there extra turnbuckle? Well, did we miss something?
Well, read the instructions. We're up to the right step. Let's turn it over. The shocks are on. We're not putting. We're going to put the fan bracket in.
Nah, we don't have a fan. Look at that.
We're up to it.
It's a brace on the battery thing.
That is a brace for the battery thing that goes.
I've never seen that utilised.
Why not?
I just don't recall seeing anyone have it on their cars.
Does it stiffen up the centre of the chassis?
It must. Does it go
Where does
into
it
this?
locate?
It goes into this instead of the waterfall.
Battery brace turnbuckle.
Varies with battery position. You know what? It's a spare turnbuckle. It's 48mm.
That's a good trick, isn't it?
It's-
So if you don't run the waterfall, you can change the pivot point to the top of the battery, yeah?
Is it? Well, that's how I read it. I could be wrong. Because it's not really showing it in place, is it?
That doesn't actually.
No. Plastic removal.
Well, let's get the battery train. What do we need? This is a little bit ugly. Wonder if Berserk does something really pretty for it.
I think he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't
Come
know
on.
about you.
Come on, chop chop. Get it going.
What do I need? What goes
You
down
got to
below?
put the battery stoppers. You need button head 3x8 and a washer.
Are these battery stoppers?
Must be. You need a washer, like a flat washer.
A frat?
Flat washer.
How come they're not blue?
Because they're black.
Where are we going to run it?
So they go in the Goes in this outer part here by the looks of it. Have these got... Hang on.
Hang on.
Hang on.
I'm hanging on.
Just hang on to what you got.
Battery strap. Battery strap shoulder. Where's the shoulder? Here, put the shoulder in. Shoulder 1, shoulder 2. Is that going here?
Must go in there.
Is it going in here?
Must go in
Or
there.
is it going in the back one? No, front one it says. You want to put that in straight, mate, at all costs.
Okay. We're just going to zinc it in there.
Need the rattle gun. My finger's not up to it. Okay, so we've got that in. Don't go quiet on me. We're baffled. Are we baffled?
There's a crap driver there.
Have you got this one? Is that one better?
Oh, it's way better.
It's got parts stuck in it, probably.
It actually holds the
Fred?
the screw straight.
It's nice when they do that.
So what's the measurement?
Measurement of...
Make sure the battery strap shoulder screw is flush with the top of your battery pack. Do we...
We don't have a battery pack.
That'll have to be adjusted when the rest of it's fitted up.
But we can still assemble it, can't we?
Yeah, we'll just write a memo. Adjust your battery strap height.
Please adjust it.
Yeah. So we'll inscribe it on the chassis.
Yeah.
With a scriber. Alright?
So that goes there.
Yeah, but we've got to put the doovers in the back.
These doovers don't seem right.
I know.
Well, it just doesn't seem right. It seems tacky.
But they are right. It says they're right, so they have to be right.
Alright.
I think they're there to adjust
I've got wheel nuts. Do you know what that means?
wheels.
We're coming to the end of the build.
That means wheels.
There's wheel nuts in this bag. Run for the hills, man. There's wheel nuts in this bag. That one?
Yep. I reckon we'll be done.
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 Calling it done.
That
Are you gonna
screw's a
paint it?
different length.
Yeah, mate.
That's... No.
Yeah. Yeah, mate.
Why is there an M6 and an M8? Please explain, Jan. This is confusing.
Is it? It's got you stumped. So do you want an M6 in this one?
No, the book is saying M6 and M8.
Is it offset? The different thickness in the plastic.
I don't know what's going on here. I think we're going to have a review of the book and cause some international drama.
Disturbance. Now that we've done that, are we allowed to go into the group? Can we join the group? Is there a group that we can join?
No one will have us.
B6.4 group?
No one will have us. I
What
just
do you
told
mean?
you that.
They'd be honoured to have us.
There should be some nuts. You got
Blue
some
ones?
nuts?
There'd be trendy little blue ones.
They will be trendy blue ones. Do you know how many of them things I pick up at the track?
Well, it looks like they always come loose.
Yeah, I hear they come loose.
Have you got a 7mm there, mate? Looks like 7mm. Which is handy, because you probably have your 7mm out.
Alright, look at that.
Oh, so the stopper is just the battery
Yeah,
stopper. Right.
Gee, George.
No, well I didn't get it while it was there.
He didn't get much at all, did he? He didn't get anything.
So we got some wheel nuts to put on,
Mm-hmm.
and we're calling this one done.
I think it is done, isn't it? But,
What?
I mean,
Well, do you want the waterfall or not?
no, but the waterfall goes here.
Yeah, do you want the ball thing for it?
But that's for that.
Oh.
Not the waterfall.
Well, we'll put the ball thing in it. You wouldn't have thrown it out.
I can't find it.
Do you know what it looks like?
A ball. Oh, here's one I prepared earlier.
So you are going to put it on now. Now I'm going to need to find some screws. This could get awkward.
I've got the screws.
Have you?
I don't think that's the right waterfall
There's two kinds.
because it fouls with the battery.
What?
It's a fouling waterfall.
There is two kinds of waterfall in the kit.
Is there?
You've obviously chose the wrong one, remember? There's two kinds. There's a short one and a long one.
Listen.
The short one's there.
Listen.
Listen.
I know what I'm doing with waterfalls.
No, you've never run one before. They're all new. They're alien to you.
No, they're not.
They very much are. First thing you do is I'll put a fan there.
Well, it works, doesn't it?
What, for a fan mount?
Yeah, it does.
It holds a fan there, it does. Till the smoke comes out of the capacitors.
Lay down chassis brace.
Try the other one. You can look at it all you like, mate. It's not getting any smaller. Wait a second.
Don't take the ball out.
Why?
Because. Leave it in there. Don't be such a... Oh, this is not going to work, mate. It's not going to work, mate. Alright?
Why?
Just leave it alone.
We'll just put it in the other hole of the battery mount. Gotta put the battery more forward with that setup.
Just leave it alone, mate, okay?
Yeah?
Yeah. Clearly you don't know what's going on here.
I have no idea what's going on. This has been actually quite a pleasant build.
You could say
I will
that.
go as far as to say this is the easiest buggy
I tell you what's the
that
quickest.
I've ever built.
The quickest. Like
It's very simple, isn't it?
It's no effort at all.
It's really good to work on.
I mean, even you were able to
Do
understand
most of it
Understand it.
unassisted.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's amazing.
The 13mm shocks are a big selling point because bigger is better. You know, I don't know whether that's right or wrong, but that's the fad.
Look, I have heard, right, that the people who are racing them
Are going back to 12mm.
say that the car just lands so much better.
Yeah, well, if you drive it nicely and hit the down ramp, I mean that helps.
It does.
So you shouldn't be flat landing anyway. Should you?
Of course you should. Big air.
Big air, big time, big show.
All right, look at that.
So
Hang on, no, we're not finished yet.
Nong nong. Wing mount.
We're just got to wing it now.
What about the front wing?
What about it?
Do we get to put that on?
No. Who runs a front wing? I certainly don't.
Just the fast guys, mate. That's why. Do they have captured nuts or is it just plastic thread?
No, tapered one's right here. And they're not nuts, mate, they're screws.
No, but there's no captured nuts in the.
What are you
in the wing
capturing?
mount.
Who's nuts?
In the wing mount, it just does up into plastic thread. That's what I'm saying.
See?
Yep. There's no captured nut under there.
No.
All right.
There's nothing.
There's nothing nutty about it.
No, it's not complicated, mate. It's just you're making it complicated.
It's stressing me out. You're giving me anxiety. All right, can you stop fettling with it now? Can we call it finished?
We're just going to screw this.
You're just putting on parts needlessly now.
We're just going to screw this.
Because we've got no body to put on it. We've got no wing.
Oh,
What?
gosh.
Gosh darn.
All right.
You forgot to paint the body.
What body? We're going to race it like this, and then we'll give it to her.
Hell naked.
No,
At least I won't scratch it.
yeah.
Fantastic, guys. Well, that is episode 3.
We smashed it out in 3.
3 episodes.
How long did?
That's pretty good.
How many episodes did we do that was it for SF in? I think it was
5.
like 33, wasn't it?
I think it was 5.
That was 5.
But we had you back. So I don't know if the owner of this will come back in and do a little interview with us. I hope so, but he might be camera shy. So we may never see this car again.
I doubt you'll see.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Don't think so?
No.
All
He's
right.
not like Pluck a Duck.
No?
No, not at all.
I'm lost.
Pluck a Duck. He wasn't very bashful.
Okay. Well, I'm Brett from Hearns and this is Simon Healy. And you've watched us build
The Team
and assemble
Associated
the Team Associated
B6.4 Dirty.
And apart from the 599 servo in there, that is exactly what you've got in the kit, and that's how it'll end up when you're finished. And I've got to say that it's a pretty good little buggy to build.
Look, it is. I must say, very simple, very easy,
Yep.
very quick.
Good to work on, no?
It is good to work on. Yes,
I imagine that it's pretty quick to easy to service.
Yeah,
You know, it's got enough blue on there to make it look pretty classy.
yeah.
And I'm really happy with the way it came up.
So am I.
Fantastic, guys.
Yep.
All right, well,
I think
thanks
it's
for
time
watching.
for chocolate.
More chocolate.
Yeah, more chocolate.
Thanks for watching, guys, and join us on another video. I'm sure we'll build something else or show you how we break something else.
I think we should smash out the HB Evo D2.
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Fantastic, guys.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
See yous.